The quiet starfield, vast emptiness of space stretched endlessly, stars flickering like tiny candles in the dark, cold silence. Most ships passing through this sector never noticed the subtle movement of something massive hiding behind them. Asteroid belts. But the alien patrols did. Their sensors picked up a strange signal, strong, steady, yet impossible to track. Panic spread among their ranks. No one knew what it was, and the signal vanished as quickly as it appeared. Captain Eli Carter leaned back in his command chair, eyes fixed on the view screen. The small observation station he commanded was hidden in the shadows of a dead moon, overlooked by every galactic power. For decades, humans were dismissed as weak, slow, and insignificant. Everyone thought Earth's fleets were small, harmless, and scattered. No one suspected what lay in hiding, waiting. "Signal's gone," reported Lieutenant Mara, her voice steady but tense. "Whatever it was, it's gone." Just like that, Eli didn't speak. He already knew. The signal was just a test probe sent by the Supercarrier. Its massive bulk moved silently through the dark, cloaked by advanced stealth technology that no alien sensor could detect. In the distance, asteroids floated like silent sentinels, hiding humanity's greatest secret. "They think they have time," Eli said quietly, almost to himself. "They have no idea we are already here." On the view screen, a faint shadow appeared behind a jagged belt of asteroids. It was enormous. Even hidden, its presence caused sensors to glitch. The Supercarrier was awake. For centuries, humanity had prepared. While the galaxy mocked them, humans built and tested their hidden fleet in secret. This ship was not just a war machine, it was a statement. Meanwhile, across the sector, alien patrols scrambled. Admiral Krosh of the Zorvian Empire barked. "Orders. Scan again. Find it. Destroy it if you have to." His crew worked frantically, tapping screens and rerouting sensors. But every calculation, every strategy, failed. The signal was gone. Rash's green eyes burned with frustration. How can a species so small hide something this massive? Back on the human station, Eli watched the aliens' confusion. With a calm smile, he had trained for this moment. The Supercarrier was not just a weapon, it was a message. Humanity was no longer to be underestimated. "Captain," Mara asked, "are we really ready for them?" Eli's gaze did not leave the shadow on the screen. "They think they know us. They don't. They've never seen what humans are truly capable of." The Supercarrier shifted behind the asteroids, moving with silent grace. Its hull reflected faint starlight like a shadow against the void. Every deck, every turret, every engine was prepared for the coming war. Yet for now, there was only silence. The galaxy did not know what waited for it. Suddenly, sensors on the station picked up faint alien signals approaching the sector. Small scouting ships, curious and overconfident. Eli leaned forward. "They're coming closer. Let them see nothing. Let them think it's empty space. Let them feel the fear before they even know it." Mara swallowed hard. "Captain, will they survive this?" Eli shook his head. "Survive? Maybe. Recognize the truth? Never." In the darkness, alien ships drifted closer to the asteroid belt, scanning, probing, unaware of the silent giant hiding just beyond their sensors. A shadow, so large it could hold thousands of smaller ships. A shadow built not just from steel and firepower, but from human cunning, determination, and patience. For centuries, humanity had been underestimated. Every battle they had lost, every planet they had abandoned, every technology they had hidden, all led to this moment. The galaxy laughed at humans, called them primitive, weak, slow. They never noticed the quiet patience of a species that could wait, build, and prepare while everyone else argued over trivial wars and politics. Eli stood firm. his chair and walked to the viewport. Stars stretched in all directions. Somewhere, countless alien minds were racing, trying to solve a problem they could not even see. And behind the asteroids, the supercarrier waited. It waited like a predator, silent, patient, ready. A single message was transmitted across the hidden human networks. A simple line of code, yet powerful. The game has begun. And in the darkness of the starfield, the first stirrings of a galaxy-wide shockwave began. Aliens would soon realize that humans were not what they expected. That species they mocked, feared, and ignored was about to change everything. The quiet starfield remained peaceful for now. But silence is always the loudest before the storm. Awakening. The shadow behind the asteroids began to move. Slowly, deliberately. Sensors that had once shown nothing now flickered with strange anomalies, but nothing could give away the true shape of the vessel. It was enormous, bigger than some entire alien stations, bristling with technology the galaxy had never imagined. And yet, it moved silently, like a ghost in space. Captain Ely Carter stood in the command room of the hidden station. His hands rested lightly on the console, though every nerve in his body was alert. Around him, human engineers, navigators, and officers moved with practiced calm. They had rehearsed this moment countless times. Every maneuver, every calculation, every sequence had been drilled until it became instinct. Engines at half power, Ely ordered. Keep it steady. No scans, no signatures. Let them think it's nothing. Lieutenant Mara's fingers flew across the console. Captain, their scouts are closing in. They're curious, probing the belt. Should we warn them? Ely shook his head slowly. No, curiosity's dangerous. Let them come closer. Let them see nothing. The moment they realize, it will be too late. Deep within the supercarrier, thousands of crew members prepared for activation. Engines hummed to life, glowing softly beneath the shadowed hull. Turrets rotated, shields calibrated, and long-range scanners swept the nearby sectors. Every weapon, every system, every human aboard knew its role. Outside, alien scouts drifted closer, confident in their numbers. Small, sleek, and fast, they had no reason to fear. They can't be hiding anything in this sector. Admiral Krosh of the Zorvian Empire had told his fleet. Humans are weak. They have nothing we haven't seen before. The first human drone fired a silent signal, invisible to alien eyes. A ripple of interference spread across the alien sensors. Their ships shuddered, alarms blaring. Impossible. What is this? Shouted Crash. The galaxy's most advanced fleets could not detect what they had come to spy upon. Ely watched calmly as alien frustration grew. They've never faced something they cannot see, he murmured. That always scares them more than anything else. In the supercarrier's command bridge, Ely's voice echoed over the intercom. All systems check complete. Initiate. Stealth amplification. Prepare for first maneuvers. Outside, the supercarrier shifted slightly, revealing part of its immense structure to sensors for a mere heartbeat. Alien minds raced. They detected something, but could not comprehend its scale. The shadow of the ship moved gracefully among asteroids, and in that brief glimpse, fear spread across every scout and patrol in the sector. Captain, they're analyzing the reading, Mara said. They know something is there. Ely's eyes gleamed. Good. Let them think they are close. Let them panic before they see the truth. The supercarrier slowly accelerated, engines silent, moving in ways alien technology could not anticipate. Every fleet maneuver the humans had trained. For exploited weaknesses in alien formations, weaknesses no one had ever measured before. The supercarrier was not just a weapon, it was a puzzle, a riddle, and every alien that tried to solve it was already falling behind. Back in the alien command centers, panic spread like wildfire. "It cannot be real," one officer gasped. "A ship this size, hidden for centuries. How?" Krashaw's claws tightened around the console. "They have been hiding it. All this time. Entire centuries of preparation. And we never knew. Humans. They are nothing like we imagined." Inside the supercarrier, Eli's team shared a quiet moment of acknowledgement. This was the culmination of centuries of human ingenuity. Hidden. Colonies, secret fleets, and technology far beyond anything the galaxy had expected. And yet, despite all the power, humans remained calm, disciplined, ready to strike only when necessary. Then, without warning, the supercarrier decloaked fully. For a fraction of a second, just enough for sensors to register the scale, the humongous hull, and the deadly presence. Aliens froze in disbelief. Ships scattered. Communications jammed. Fear replaced curiosity. Eli smiled. "The giant awakens," he said softly. "And now, the galaxy will finally know us." Outside the belt, alien fleets began to retreat. Some already destroyed, some too shocked to react. They had underestimated humans once in this time. They might not recover. The quiet starfield had turned into a theater of tension. Humanity's hidden weapon had moved silently among the stars. And now, for the first time in galactic history, an entire species realized they were no longer safe. Eli stood on the bridge, watching the stars stretch across the viewport. "Let the galaxy learn a simple truth," he whispered. "Never underestimate humans." And somewhere, beyond the reach of sensors, the supercarrier waited, patient, silent, and ready for the storm it had been built to unleash. Asterisk. The first strike, the alien fleets thought they had seen everything. They had patrols, scouts, and thousands of ships spread across the sector. Yet nothing could have prepared them for what emerged from the shadowed belt of asteroids. Without warning, the supercarrier decloaked completely, revealing a silhouette so vast it blotted out distant stars. Its hull shimmered with energy, like a giant crystal cutting through the darkness. Alien sensors screamed alarms. Systems overloaded. Panic spread through every bridge, every control room. Captain Eli Carter stood at the command console, calm as ever. Around him, crew members monitored displays, their hands steady, voices controlled. "Target the outer outposts," Eli ordered, "precision only. No collateral. Show them humans are not reckless. They are deliberate." Lieutenant Mera's eyes widened. "Captain, are we sure?" "Their fleets are massive." Eli's gaze did not waver. Massive, yes, but predictable. They have studied us for centuries, yet they cannot see what is hidden in plain sight. In seconds, the first strike launched. Invisible energy pulses, guided by advanced human algorithms, tore through alien defensive grids. Outposts that were thought untouchable fell silently, one by one. Aliens scrambled, sending messages, forming battle lines, but the supercarrier was already gone, moving faster than any sensor could follow. Admiral Crash roared in fury. "What sorcery is this? How can they strike without warning? They are ghosts." Small alien scouts tried to engage, firing lasers and missiles. The supercarrier shifted effortlessly, weapons and shields in perfect harmony. None of the attacks hit their mark. In fact, every offensive move the aliens made was anticipated, countered, and neutralized. Eli watched the chaos unfold on the viewscreen. "They underestimate patience," he said softly. "They always do. Humans can wait. Humans can calculate. Humans adapt." A faint glow appeared along the supercarrier's hull. Massive energy cannons began to charge, unseen by alien eyes. In seconds, they fired. The first shot struck a primary alien shipyard, obliterating it in a brilliant explosion that lit up the darkness of space. Shockwaves rippled across the sector. Alien commanders could only stare. Impossible, one muttered. They shouldn't be able to do this? Humans moved with precision. Every attack was calculated, every strike exact. No civilian planets were harmed. No unnecessary destruction. Just perfect, efficient control. Aliens had expected chaos. Instead, they saw clarity and power. Eli's voice rang over the intercom. Prepare the next phase. Move the carrier to grid 60. Engage stealth maneuvers immediately after the strike. Let them think it is a phantom. The supercarrier glided silently to the next position, hiding again behind asteroids, moving faster than the eye could follow. Alien ships tried to regroup, but every plan they made failed. Their fleets collided in confusion, lasers crossing the void in wild. Patterns hitting nothing, missing everything. Mara looked at Eli, awe in her eyes. They can't believe this. Not one of them expected it. Eli nodded. We've been underestimated for centuries. That is humanity's advantage. They will remember this moment, long after it is over. Alien morale broke. Messages of surrender, confusion, and fear spread across the fleet. Crash slammed his claws on the console. Pull back. All ships retreat. This is a nightmare. Even as the alien commanders struggled to comprehend the scale, the supercarrier struck again, this time a distant energy relay. The relay exploded. Quietly, cutting communications, isolating ships, and leaving alien forces in disarray. In the command room, humans moved with silent efficiency. Every officer, every pilot, every engineer knew their role. They had trained for this moment, planned for centuries. And now, the galaxy's most arrogant fleets realized what humans could do when they were underestimated. Eli stared at the viewport, watching alien ships scatter. The first strike is complete, he said calmly. But this is only the beginning. The galaxy thinks they know humans. They are about to learn they know nothing. In the emptiness of space, silence returned. But it was not peace. It was the quiet before the storm, the calm that hides unimaginable power. The supercarrier drifted behind an asteroid, engines glowing faintly, shields humming softly. Humanity's secret weapon had awakened, and now the galaxy would never be the same. Asterisk secrets of Earth far below the asteroid belt, hidden deep inside a hollowed-out moon, lay Earth's most guarded secret. For centuries, humanity had not just built fleets, they had hidden knowledge. Ancient technologies, forgotten by the rest of the galaxy, were preserved and perfected. Systems older than some alien civilizations hummed quietly, waiting for the moment they would be needed. Captain Eli Carter walked through the corridors of the hidden base, the glow from the walls casting long shadows. Engineers and scientists moved with purpose, checking control panels and recalibrating equipment. Each person knew the importance of the moment. They were not just preparing for war, they were about to reveal that humans were never ordinary. Lieutenant Mara followed, closely, her voice low. Captain, do you think the galaxy will ever understand what we've done here? Eli smiled faintly, his eyes scanning the holographic display. They will understand eventually, but first, we need to give them a reason to pay attention. Above them, the supercarrier drifted silently through the starfield. Alien fleets were still trying to regroup after the first strike. Their sensors scrambled, trying to detect the human ship's movements. They did not know that the real power was not only in the supercarrier, it was in Earth itself. The moon's interior was a labyrinth of chambers, each holding relics of human ingenuity. Energy matrices, orbital railguns, ancient propulsion cores, and communication arrays capable of transmitting across light years instantly. These were not just weapons, they were symbols. Symbols of patience, resilience, and the quiet brilliance of humanity. "Captain," a technician said, pointing to a holographic map of the galaxy, "our long-range systems are ready. We can reach every alien capital, every fleet, every outpost." "They won't see it coming." Eli nodded. "Good. Prepare the messages. But do not transmit yet. Let fear grow first. Let them wonder if what they saw was real. Let them doubt their own eyes." Meanwhile, alien forces scrambled. Admiral Crash raged over his bridge. "Pull back. Every system, every sector. They are everywhere and nowhere." But the humans had already moved, hidden, and waited. Every move the aliens made played into humanity's strategy. Deep within the moon, Eli paused before a massive chamber labeled Project Prometheus. The door slid open, revealing an enormous holographic star map of the galaxy. Red dots marked alien fleets. Green symbols marked hidden human bases. For the first time, Mara noticed the scale. Humans were not just hiding, they were ready to dominate. Eli gestured to the map. "The galaxy thinks humans are weak, primitive, slow, but we've watched, learned, and planned. Every empire, every fleet, every planet, we know them all. And now we decide the rules." Mara swallowed hard, awed. "So, the Supercarrier was just the beginning?" Eli nodded. "Just the beginning. What they saw in space was only a glimpse. The real power lies in what humans have hidden all along. Earth is the heart. Every secret we've preserved, every advance we've made, is waiting for this moment." Outside, alien fleets continued to scatter, unsure if the attacks were isolated or part of something larger. Every day they delayed, every hesitation gave humans more time. Humans did not rush, they calculated. Patience was their weapon. In the shadows, an AI technician spoke softly to Eli. "Captain, the orbital arrays are fully operational. We can illuminate any system, every fleet they have. We can disable or reroute before they even know it exists." Eli's eyes gleamed. "Prepare it, but not yet. Let the galaxy tremble first at the unknown. Let them see that humanity can strike, hide, and strike again before any of them can react." The moon remained silent. The Supercarrier drifted, almost lifeless to any outsider. But below, Earth's hidden chambers pulsed with energy, waiting for the next signal, the next strike, the next revelation. Humanity was no longer a small, forgotten species. It was a force the galaxy would remember forever. "Prepare for the next phase," Eli ordered. "When we strike again, we strike from everywhere. The galaxy will know the truth. Humans are not weak. Humans are not primitive. Humans are the storm they never saw coming." And in the quiet of the starfield, as alien fleets stumbled and faltered, Earth's secrets pulsed softly, a hidden heartbeat beneath the void. A heartbeat that promised the galaxy would never again underestimate humanity. Asterisk. The web tightens. The galaxy was changing, and no one noticed it yet. Alien fleets scrambled, unsure of where the strikes came from. Communications were failing, sensor grids went dark, and panic whispered across every star system. But humanity moved quietly, deliberately, weaving a web the aliens could not see. Captain Eli Carter stood on the bridge of the Supercarrier, his eyes scanning every sector on the holographic display. Red dots blinked alien fleets, vulnerable, exposed, confused. Green dots marked human positions, hidden and ready. "Initiate Phase 2, he said. His voice was calm, but every word carried the weight of centuries of preparation. Lieutenant Mara nodded, her hands flying across the controls. Phase 2 online. Gravitational traps ready. Sensor jammers deployed. Alien fleets are disoriented. Eli's lips curved into a small smile. Good. Let them flounder. Let them realize they are caught in a game they never even knew they were playing. Far across the galaxy, Admiral Crash slammed his claws on the console. Pull every ship into formation. We must strike the humans before they can expand. We cannot allow this to continue. But the humans were always one step ahead. Every move the aliens made was anticipated. Their fleets were lured into empty sectors, into ambushes, into traps carefully calculated to delay, confuse, and humiliate. The Supercarrier moved among the stars like a phantom, unseen, striking where the aliens were weakest dot inside the ship. Humans worked with quiet efficiency. Engineers rerouted power, recalibrated shields, and prepared the next wave of energy pulses. Pilots studied star charts and predicted enemy movements before the aliens even thought to move. Every human aboard knew the pattern, the plan, the purpose. Eli. Turn to Mara. The galaxy believes we are weak because we are silent. But silence is not absence, it is preparation. And preparation is the deadliest weapon. As the first alien battleships approached what they believed was a gap in the human defenses, they were struck from multiple directions. Hidden weapons erupted from the darkness, cutting off retreats, neutralizing engines, scrambling communications. Aliens screamed orders, but chaos had already taken hold. Ships collided, missiles detonated mid-space, and fleets shattered before they could even respond. Mara's eyes widened. Captain, they're retreating. Entire squadrons are breaking formation. Eli's expression remained calm. Yes, but this is only the beginning. They think they are retreating. They are actually walking into the center of our web. Across the sector, hidden orbital platforms silently activated. Energy nets, shield traps, and gravitational mines formed invisible barriers around alien strongholds. Ships that attempted to flee were slowed, trapped, and forced into human control zones. Every alien maneuver was anticipated and countered without a single human casualty dot in one corner of the galaxy. A small alien commander whispered in disbelief. Humans, how can one species know so much, be everywhere at once, and still not be seen? Eli's voice echoed across the Supercarrier's command bridge. They will never know until it is too late. That is the way of humans. Quiet, patient, clever. We do not boast. We do not rush. We conquer with precision and intelligence. Every step they take only tightens our hold. The web was closing. Alien morale was crumbling. Systems once considered untouchable were now under human influence. Every fleet, every outpost, every strategic node was slowly, silently being controlled. Without the galaxy realizing it, Eli looked out at the stars. The galaxy mocked us for centuries. They laughed at our colonies, our fleets, our technology. Now they are trapped. They cannot escape. They cannot fight back. They never understood what it meant to face humans who were prepared for everything. Mara stood beside him, awe and pride in her eyes. And they will learn soon enough, Eli nodded. Yes, soon enough, the galaxy will learn the first lesson of the human empire. Underestimate us at your own risk. Outside, the Supercarrier drifted through the starfield, silent but unstoppable. Humanity's web stretched across light years, invisible but absolute. The galaxy was trapped, and the storm was only beginning. Asterisk, the reckoning begins. The galaxy had changed. Alien commanders had spent centuries mocking humanity, believing them weak, slow, and predictable. Now, fear ran through every fleet, every command center, and every alien council chamber. Humanity's Supercarrier was no longer a rumor, it was a phantom terror, moving silently across the stars. Striking at will. Captain Eli Carter stood on the command deck, watching the alien fleets scramble on the view screens. Ships were scattered, retreating, and colliding in confusion. Target their flagship, he ordered calmly. We end this before their panic becomes organized resistance. Lieutenant Mara hesitated. Captain, the flagship is heavily armed. They'll fire everything they have. Eli's eyes were steady. Then they will learn what humans do when underestimated. Fire all forward weapons. Activate the gravity disruptors. Make them question reality itself. The supercarrier surged. Forward. Its engines glowed faintly, almost invisible, as if the ship moved with thought rather than mechanics. Energy pulses radiated from hidden arrays, disrupting alien shields and disabling communications across the battlefield. Alien commanders tried to rally their fleets, but every attempt failed. Their signals were scrambled, their sensors blinded. Their strategies anticipated before they could act. The flagship came into view, a massive, triangular warship bristling with weapons. Alien crews fired everything: missiles, energy beams, plasma torpedoes, but the supercarrier flowed between attacks, shields absorbing, deflecting, and countering with precision. Eli spoke over the intercom, his voice calm but commanding. Remember, this is not chaos. This is control. Every strike we make, every move we take, is deliberate. We are not reckless. We are humans, and humans are unstoppable when united. Mara's fingers flew over the controls, targeting enemy weak points, recalibrating energy pulses, and synchronizing weapon systems with surgical accuracy. Shields down on their left flank. Ready to fire. Do it, Eli said. A single, massive pulse of energy struck the flagship, tearing through its armor with precision. The ship rocked violently, alarms blaring and energy fields collapsing. Smaller ships tried to escape, but the web humanity had created held them in place. Gravitational nets, invisible barriers, and precise strikes trapped fleets in perfect formation. Alien commanders realized too late they were surrounded by a power they could not understand, a species they had underestimated for far too long. K-Rash screamed in rage. Impossible! How can one species control so much? How can they be everywhere at once? Eli's eyes glimmered with quiet determination. Because humans never stop learning. Humans never stop preparing. And humans never surrender to fear. The flagship exploded in a brilliant flash, sending shockwaves across the battlefield. Alien morale shattered. Ships turned, fled, or surrendered. Chaos became order under human control. The supercarrier moved silently between the debris, untouchable, unstoppable. Captain, Mara said, awe in her voice. They're surrendering. Entire fleets are powering down. Eli nodded. Good. Let them see the truth. The galaxy mocked humans for centuries. Now they will remember what it means to face a species that refuses to bow, refuses to be broken, and refuses to be underestimated. Above the battlefield, alien commanders sent frantic messages, begging for mercy, offering alliances, even promising tribute. But Eli's gaze remained steady. Humanity had not fought for fear, not for survival, not for revenge. They fought because they were prepared, patient, and brilliant. The galaxy would never ignore them again. The supercarrier drifted among the silent alien fleets, engines humming softly, shields glowing faintly, and energy arrays ready for the next command. Humanity's reckoning had begun. And by the time the galaxy realized the true strength of humans, it would be too late. Eli spoke, almost to himself. We did not start the war, but we will finish it. Humanity is not just a species. Humanity is a force the stars will never forget. And across the void, the echoes of human triumph began to ripple through every corner of the galaxy. Asterisk. A new dawn. The galaxy was quiet. For the first time in centuries, no alarms blared across distant fleets. No frantic messages scrolled across command consoles. No fleets clashed in frantic chaos. Humanity had not just survived, they had reshaped. The stars themselves, Captain Eli Carter stood on the bridge of the Supercarrier, gazing out at the stars. Countless alien ships hovered, disabled but intact, their crews watching silently. Flags, symbols, and signals, once proud and menacing, now flickered in surrender. The galaxy had learned a lesson it would never forget. Lieutenant Mara approached, her eyes wide, still processing the scale of what they had done. "Captain, is it really over?" Eli shook his head slowly, a small smile playing at his lips. "Over? No, it's only the beginning. Humanity has been hidden too long. The galaxy thought we were primitive. They thought we could be ignored. Now they know. Now they respect what humans are capable of." Below, on the Supercarrier's lower decks, engineers, scientists, and pilots worked calmly. They repaired systems, restored power to alien ships, and cataloged what had been captured. Every human aboard understood. Victory was not just destruction, it was opportunity. Opportunity to teach, to expand, to show the galaxy that humans were different. Humans were dangerous, but not because they sought war. Dangerous because they were clever, patient, and unbreakable. Eli turned back to the main viewport. Planets shimmered in distant systems, their inhabitants unaware of the shift taking place. Soon, messages would be sent, not as threats, but as promises. Humans were here. Humans had power. Humans were the new standard. Mara's voice broke the silence. "What about the other civilizations? Will they come for us?" Eli's gaze hardened. "Let them come. We are ready. We have always been ready. For centuries, we prepared. And now, the galaxy itself must learn to respect what it never saw coming. This is the dawn of a new era. A dawn where humans are no longer the quiet species in the corner of space. They are the storm, the force, the reckoning." Far away, alien councils convened in fear and disbelief. Ambassadors sent urgent pleas for alliances, but the message was clear. Humans were no longer to be ignored. Every fleet that once mocked humanity now paused, reconsidered, and recalculated. One by one, even the most arrogant civilizations bowed to the reality of a species they had underestimated for too long. Back on the Supercarrier, Eli activated the ship's communication array. Across the galaxy, every major system received the same transmission. "We are humans. We were hidden. We were underestimated. We have waited, we have watched, and we have acted. The galaxy will never forget us again. Prepare yourselves. Because from this day forward, humanity will decide the rules." A silence followed. Then, messages of surrender, requests for alliance, and cautious offers of peace flooded in. Humanity had not demanded them, aliens offered them willingly. Eli turned to Mara one last time. "We've done more than win a battle. We've shown the galaxy what humans are. And that is worth more than any victory." Mara nodded, eyes reflecting the light of distant suns. The stars will never be the same. Outside, the Supercarrier glided silently across the cosmos. The galaxy, vast and endless, stretched out before it, full of possibilities, full of challenges. Humanity had awakened, not as conquerors driven by pride, but as a species united, intelligent, and unstoppable. A new dawn had begun. The hidden power of humanity was no longer a secret. The galaxy trembled not in fear of war, but in awe of what humans had become. And somewhere, deep in the quiet starfield, the first true human empire quietly spread its influence, patient, precise, and eternal. The Supercarrier's engines pulsed softly, like a heartbeat. The galaxy had witnessed a force it could not ignore. Humanity had arrived. Asterisk.